particular items that you would like to inform other people. So I will share you my screen. Here we have what we call 5W and 1H technique. This is usually used by journalists or writer to write articles or news uh, or covering news in a magazine or in a newspaper. This is very useful yet simple technique for general questioning. You start from your main ideas here, whatever your idea is to be informed to other people, and then you start questioning the main ideas with the 5Ws and 1H technique. The first W is what? What is the main idea? What is actually the main idea that you are going to discuss, or the main information that you would like to inform to other people? And then the second W is when. When did the thing happen, or when did the activities being conducted? It's about the timing. And then where? Where did it happen? It's about the location or venue of one thing that is happening, and you would like to inform to other people or make description out of it. And then the fourth W is why. This is regarding the reasoning of your main idea. Why does it have to happen? Why did it happen? And then you will explore more in this question about why. And then who are the person or the particular organization or the institution, or who are the player of your main idea. You describe, maybe it could be a person, could be a company, could be an organization. It's up to you who is involved in the main idea or the particular information that you would like to inform to others. Then the last one is the 1H is how. This is where you can you can put into more details and specific, and maybe the how question will have more explanation, will be in total it will be more explanation from you to describe this part compared than the other 5Ws. So make sure you have your main ideas, and then you spread this 5W and 1H question to explore more about the main ideas. That way you can make detailed information to other people in a useful yet simple technique. Okay, I have here a video that I would also like to share with you. There are actually two videos. Hopefully this time the video will run very better than the previous one. We will watch the first video. This is about the folklore, Indonesian folklore, about Malin Kundang story, a story from West Sumatra. Yeah? The story that we are very familiar since we are in our childhood. We already got this story being told to us by our parents or our grandparents about Malin Kundang from West Sumatra. Let's watch together.
Malin Kundang. Once upon a time, there lived a boy named Malin Kundang. He lived with his poor parents in a village on the coast of the sea. It's a small and quiet village. There's nothing much to do in that village. The soil was unfertile. Moreover, there were only a few fish at the sea. Malin Kundang loved playing very much. Every day, he only chased after the only rooster had by their parents. When he succeeded to catch it, he usually tortured it. Kemari kau buring, kemari. Kena kau. One day, Malin's father would go to the neighboring country. It was said that the country was very rich and it was easy to earn money there. Malin's father and the other citizens got into the ship. Finally, Malin and his mother lived alone in the village.
Ayah berangkat ya, Malin?
Iya, Ayah. Day by day, there's no news from Malin's father. Malin's mother worked harder to afford their needs. One day, when Malin tried to catch his rooster, he suddenly fell. He fell very hard. His arm was stretched very deep by a sharp stone. The stretch was quite big and it bled. Aduh! 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 Malik's mother soon treated him. She treated him gently. Malin Kundang only could nod and cry. The years ran very quickly. Malin became a handsome and strong man. He wanted to leave the village just as his father.
Aku akan merantau seperti ayah.
Malin asked his mother to allow him to go to the foreign country.
Bu, izinkan aku merantau ke negeri seberang.
Jangan, anakku. Ibu takut kamu tidak kembali seperti ayahmu. Hanya kamu satu-satunya anakku. Kalau kamu tidak kembali, aku hidup dengan siapa?
Jangan khawatir, Bu. Aku berjanji aku pasti kembali. Aku akan jadi orang kaya dan akan memboyong ibu untuk ikut bersamaku.
His mother became very sad. She was afraid that Malin will never come back like his father. Malin Kundang still wanted to leave. Melihat Chandra Kirana sedang memasak, Raden Inu segera masuk rumah dan
So, okay, I think that is one story telling that you can do about Indonesian folklore from West Sumatra entitled Malin Kundang. There are actually hundreds or maybe thousands of folklores in Indonesia that you can explore. This is regarding your next assignment. For the assignment 3, you will have to make another video about yourself, but we have two options. The first one is the one that I have shown you just now about the folklore, Indonesian folklore. So you may pick other stories from Indonesia, but you cannot pick Malin Kundang because it's already shown just now. So you may pick another story from Indonesia, from another province, maybe from your own area or from your own province, the the story, the original story from your hometown, perhaps, or maybe from your parents' hometown. There is interesting stories that you are familiar already. So you may tell to in your video using any particular pictures that may create interest in your video. And then, as I said before, you will have two options. The first one is telling the story about your traditional folklores, and then the second one is making a video of yourself telling about a place that you have visited. It can be abroad from in another country, or maybe inside in Indonesia. The place that you have visited, maybe for holiday with your family or maybe with your friends. And here is I have one video as an example of telling other people about a trip that you have made. I'm going to share you one more video. I hope the one that I showed you earlier, you can see the video and the audio clearly. And here is another video about describing a trip.
Hello everyone, welcome back. I just coming back from a trip, and so I was planning to just talk a little bit about the trip and keep this video short and sweet so it doesn't bore you out. Because normally my video is about 10 minutes long. But now I'm just gonna do a recap about my trip and hopefully and get a peek into my life a little bit. Okay. Okay. Well, if you don't know, I just came back from Australia. It was a 10-day trip and it was really, really fun. It was short, so we had to squeeze in a lot of things. So my schedule was really tight, and so it's a bit tiring, but it's fine. So the first 2 days is just traveling. It's just flying the first 2 days because we couldn't get the ticket to go straight to Australia, so we have to transit in Bangkok for 7 hours, and then we flew to Melbourne. It was cold. It was around 5 to 6 degrees, but it was different. I packed a lot of coats and cold wear, so you know I was well prepared and well equipped. And we stayed at a hostel that belongs to the church because my grandpa, we call him grandpa because we're like family, but the father of the church is one of our relatives, so he let us stay in the hostel of the church, and so it's free. So we saved a bunch of money on accommodation, and we used all that money on shopping. Seriously, we shopped so much. I literally think that I shopped half of Melbourne, but it was just a joke. So I bought a bunch of makeup, and I bought candy, chocolate. I also bought a lot of sneakers. I think I brought home 4 pairs. Oh, pain in the butt. I also got a new phone. And my dad got a lot of stuff too. My mom bought a bunch of honey. I don't know why you need to go all the way to Australia to buy honey, but it's Manuka honey. Apparently, it's better for you. It's better for your health. It has more mineral and nutrients whatsoever. I don't care. And then we spent 2 days in Sydney. 2 days, honestly, if you're going to go to Sydney, spend at least a week because the city is beautiful. It's so majestic. It's beautiful. It's bustling. It's busy, modern, but historic at the same time. It's amazing. The only difference I think between Melbourne and Sydney is the public transportation. In Melbourne, you have tram, which is a long bus that runs by like electricity, and you have buses, regular buses. You have metro, which is a subway station, and right, yeah, yeah. But in Sydney, you only have they only have buses and the subway, so there's only two transportation. And tram is very, very convenient. When I was in Melbourne, we didn't have to pay for taxi. We just get a card, which is a Myki card, and then we put money in it, and we can travel all around the city. And it costs us way less than we would have if we got on taxi. Because taxi, as soon as you hop on a cab, it would be 6.5 Australian dollar, but if you travel by Myki, it's $3 one trip. And one trip you can go from my place, which I stay in Brunswick, and I go to the center, which is a Melbourne Central City. I go to the central city. It takes around half an hour to 45 minutes, which is fine. Sydney was great fun. I met one of my close friends there. She was really sweet. She showed me around the city. My mom, dad, and my sister went to the fish market. We all went to the opera house, and we went on one of those water taxi that drives you around in the river. Is it a river or sea? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. And we took a bunch of pictures. Can show you one. This is me in Sydney, and this is me in Sydney as well. Me and my friend. I don't know if she wants her pictures to show, but so yeah, it was really fun. This is me with an ice cream stone. This is my profile picture. You haven't noticed already. And after Sydney, we flew back to Melbourne, and the next morning we hop on a plane and flew back here to Vietnam. And the next day went back to uni, which was a little bit sad, but it was fine because I needed this because I skipped school for too long. I took almost a week off of school, so I need to jump right back in and back into the vicious cycle of my life, which is working and studying and doing report and writing essay, whatever, you name it. So now I'm back. I bought the t-shirt as a reminder to the trip. I love traveling, and whenever I travel, wherever I go, I usually just buy something small, something to remind me of the place. Yeah, as a piece of memory. And whenever I wear it or wherever I see it, it reminds me of the beautiful memories I made and the amazing people that I met along the trip. So yeah, that was my trip. That was the recap of my trip. This week is gonna be short because I just got back and I didn't feel like doing the whole simulation of the IELTS test. So this is it. If you like it, like and share, subscribe if you want more content like this, and we'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye.
Okay, that's a very interesting video that we watched together. The girls in the video is actually Vietnamese, so she's just like one of us from Southeast Asia, but yeah, she is quite good in using English. And then I'm going to share another screen to you. Wait for a moment. So So, okay, now as I said to you before, you got to choose one assignment for your own video for next week, until next week. And the two videos that I already showed to you, I will put it on our Edmodo class, as you may check it again later. So if I may explain about the last video, the second video that we watched together, the girl was informing us about her trip experience to Australia. So start from this technique, from the 5W1H technique, in what she described about her trip experience to Australia. And then to answer when question, it was last week. She just got back from Australia last week. And then to answer the where question, it is obviously Australia. She visited many cities in Australia. And then why? The reason of her trip to Australia is for holiday. And to answer who, she was in Australia with her family. She mentioned about her mom, her dad, and her sister. And then to answer the how question, this is she described it in details, yeah, in very details. And she described the difference of each cities in Australia that she visited, like Sydney and Melbourne and other city that she has visited. And then also she informed us about the items that she bought in Australia. She said she always buy small items from the places that she visited just to create a memory of that city or of that particular places that she visited. And then she also informed us that she bought an ice cream that she tasted, and then some interesting places in Australia and how she felt about the whole trip. She is we can see that she is very excited of that trip, yeah. And then as additional, she also shows us some pictures from her iPad. This is just to make sure that the audience of her video can understand, maybe can clearly see the atmosphere, the surrounding of the places that she visited. So she showed us some pictures, yeah. So back to our assignment again. The first assignment is telling Indonesian folklore. So you may pick a folklore of your favorite from maybe from your hometown or from your mom and dad's hometown. And then the second one, you describe where the folklore comes from. Is it from South Sumatra or from Bali or from Papua? Okay. And then what is it about? What's the story about? What's the whole idea of the story? You may also inform us about what's the message behind the folklore, what's the message behind the story. And then you may also describe all characters in the folklore. There are some antagonists and protagonist characters in each folklore usually. So you describe each one of the characters in the folklore. This will be interesting because each folklore has maybe different characters. Maybe it could be a person, it could be an animal, it could be anything. And then you may also show some pictures or video related to the story, just like the girl from our last video do, yeah. So you show some pictures or video or any particular objects that can make your viewers know better about the folklore that you are informing. And then for the second assignment, I mean for the option 2, you can do the same as the girl from the last video did, yeah. So you're about to describe your trip. It can be your last trip, can be your first trip, or it can be any of your interesting trip to any places. So you describe where did you go, what's the specific name of the location that or the place that you visited, and then when did you visited the place exactly, and then what is the most interesting thing about that place, what makes you feel happy or excited about that place that you visited. And then why do you like to be there, or why do you dislike to be there? It can be positive or negative uh, impression, yeah, of you to that particular place. And then who did you go with to that place? Can be your friends, can be your classmates or your family. And then how did you go there? By plane or by train or by bus or by any means, by any vehicles? And how do you enjoy uh, your trip? Yeah. And you can explore more in this how question, just like the girl did with her video. Yeah. So you can explore more deeply about the trip so that others can really understand how you feel about that trip and about that place. And as addition, you may also show some pictures or items you bought during the visit. Yeah, we usually call it ole-ole. If you have the small items that you bought in that place that you visited, you can show it to us. Can be any small item or big item, it's up to you. Just make sure that your video length is as usual, will not exceed 5 minutes. So it should be 3 to 5 minutes video, yeah, the length of your video. And then in each option, you may only choose one. So there will be only one folklore or one trip. So please be more specific in describing the things rather than you inform us about 2 or 3 folklore, but you are not going deep or detail into the explanation. So it will be better if you choose just one topic, one trip or one folklore, and you go deep in details informing in your video. Okay, I think that's all for today's session about we have learned about the 5W and 1H technique. You can start from here. Asking the, you may pick one topic and then you ask the 5W and 1H technique. And then maybe you can write small notes, small notes to help you in explaining your ideas in the video so that you know what will you tell and then what will be in the next session, so it can be, you can put it in a chronological order, in the right order. Okay, and then you ask when, where, why, who, and how of the main ideas. Okay, and you got to choose your own topic. Could be Indonesian folklore or describing a trip. Okay, I think that's all for this session. If you have any question or answer, if you have any question or inquiries, I will be happy to answer.
Ya, terima kasih Bu Alin. Jika adik-adik ada yang bertanya, silakan bertanya di kolom chat. Ya, apakah ada pertanyaan dari adik-adik mengenai materi hari ini?
Ya, Mas Arif nih, saya lihat sudah ada satu pertanyaan ya from SMK M1 Cilegon.
Oke, silakan Bu Alin.
Is it must be a folklore or we can get another story? Yeah, as I said to you earlier, the option is about the folklore Indonesian story. Yeah? So your video will be talking about Indonesian traditional stories of folklore. Okay, we have also a question from SMA 20 Bandung. When is the deadline? As usual, the deadline will be on Tuesday next week. Yeah, I will post the assignment 3 at around 5 p.m. this afternoon. You may check in our Edmodo class. The deadline will be next week on Tuesday.
Oke, thank you. Apakah ada yang lain? adik-adik.
Oh, as additional information, I already opened assignment 1 and assignment 2 in our class. So for all of you who haven't submitted your assignment 1 and assignment 2, it's now open in Edmodo class. So feel free to submit your videos in assignment 1 and assignment 2 by turning into the assignment. Yes, all of our assignment will be using our Edmodo group. Oh, we have question from SMK Negeri 1 Cilegon, harus cerita rakyat Indonesia atau bisa dari negara lain? It should be from Indonesia. So I can show your video to other students or other teachers from other Southeast Asian countries. So I can make your video as a presentation to other students. This is how Indonesian students tell story about traditional folklore. So you have to choose our traditional story and not from other country.
Ya, apakah ada pertanyaan lagi dari adik-adik?
Dari SMA 20 Bandung, is this the third assignment? Yes, this is the third assignment. And in this third assignment, you can have the opportunity to choose your own assignment among 2 options. This will be the third assignment, but please make sure you also turn in the first and the second assignments, because it will be shown in your certificate after you completed all the activities in this program. From SMA 20 Bandung, is it okay if we miss the second assignment? It's actually not okay. So if you want your certificate to be filled out with the maximum points, so you better turn in all of the assignments. So we only have 1 assignment per week. I think it's not that difficult to create 1 video for 3 to 5 minutes, maybe with your friends, and then upload it in YouTube and link it to your assignment in Edmodo class. So please give some extra time in your after school or maybe at home, you can create your own video. It only take you 3 to 5 minutes. So we can still make the second assignment even if it's late. Yes, I already opened the first assignment and the second assignment. Now it will be open, I think, until next week. You can catch up by submitting your first and second assignment.
Yes. Oke, apakah ada pertanyaan lagi selain dari SMAN 2 Bandung, 20 Bandung? Silakan, yang lain. Bu Alin, ini kita tunggu pertanyaan lagi atau bagaimana?
Oke, Mas Arif, mungkin kalau sudah tidak ada pertanyaan lagi, kita cukupkan saja sesinya sampai di sini. Nanti untuk pertanyaan lebih lanjut, jika memang ada yang silakan bertanya di grup Edmodo ya. Jadi semua materi yang saya tampilkan hari ini akan saya bagi. Dan untuk assignment 3 nantinya bisa dilihat pada jam 5 sore, saya akan post di Edmodo Group kita. Oke, terima kasih banyak untuk perhatiannya. Jumpa lagi minggu depan. Mohon maaf jika ada salah-salah perkataan. bermanfaat. Semoga apa yang saya sampaikan bisa menjadi ilmu yang bermanfaat pada adik-adik saya. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum.
Oke, terima kasih Bu Alin. Selamat sore.
Ya, aku gagal. Tuh,